New sci-fi dark comedy, Daddy, takes place in a dystopian society where the state decides who's fit to father children. The film sees 4 men attend a retreat, hoping they will prove their devotion and be permitted to start a family. After they arrive in the remote mountains of California, the group realizes they have been left without a list of instructions. The isolation begins to take a toll, causing them to wonder if they're truly ready for parenthood. Directed by Neil Kelly and John O. Sherman, the movie stars Yuriy Sardarov, Jacqueline Taboni, Pom Koch, and Britt Baron. Sardarov, who is known for his role as Brian Otis Zvonacek in Chicago Fire, shares that he was drawn to Daddy due to its underlying mystery. His character, Sebastian, wants to remain in control throughout the chaotic situation, and the actor enjoyed depicting the particular brand of paranoia. Yuriy Sardarov: I've known Neil and John O., the directors and writers, since college, and they told me that they were working on this project for a while. During COVID, we were doing readings and stuff. I'm not going to lie, when I first read it, I didn't really get it. I didn't understand what they were trying to do, and that's what drew me towards it, sort of the mystery of it. I understood the characters, I could see the arcs of the characters, but I didn't really get their vision, but I trusted them as creators. I said, I'd love to be on this journey with you. The mystery, really, to speak. Yuriy Sardarov: the thing that I really respect about the film is, first of all, we worked on it for so long. But, we're presenting this to the world, and allowing the audience to live in it for an hour and a half, and to walk away with their own opinions. Unfortunately, now it seems like this movie is timeless. We couldn't have chosen a better time to release it. Yuriy Sardarov: I think just filming in such a secluded space, I remember the first day we showed up on set. It was super dark, it was super early, it was like 4 a.m., and we were driving through this canyon in Topanga, and we showed up, and I couldn't really get a sense of the space at all because it was completely dark, and we were being lit by flashlights. And I went through hair and makeup. I'd never seen it before. And then, as the sun started to rise over the horizon, I got a sense of just how alone we were in the canyon and how secluded this space that they chose was. And that really sort of set the tone and the mood for the entire film, how beautiful the locale is and how secluded it is at the same time. For me, as a man, growing up, I think relationships with other men can be very complicated. When you're thrown into a room with 3 different men you've never met before, and you're all competing against one another, it creates a very intrinsically violent scenario for everybody. You don't want to get physical with anybody, but you're still trying to come out on top. The writing really helped us achieve that. Yuriy Sardarov: oh, it was great. We could keep it light and on our feet, and the crew was just phenomenal. So many of them were AFI graduates, American Film Institute out in LA, and they were so professional, and they had all graduated together, so they kind of had a shorthand. They always say that, on a film set or on a TV set, something's going to go wrong, so just budget time and budget resources for one day to go awry. And it felt like up until the very last day of shooting, when there was a positive COVID diagnosis, nothing went wrong because we were able to improvise so much of what we were doing and how we were doing it. They came in with a very clear vision, but having such a light crew and a light cast, you're able to move on your feet. Yuriy Sardarov: the one thing that Neil kept telling me was, he's the alpha. He's the alpha of the group. You know in your heart that you're the alpha. And that was great to think about and to really zero in on. However, I think that when someone looks at themselves and considers themselves the alpha, this funny thing happens where they start getting in their own way because they have this hierarchy in their head of how things should work. I think for Sebastian, my character, someone who's always in control, when things start going awry, and you start realizing that there is no control, his first instinct is to get angry and to get stereotypically alpha. I didn't really know where the performance was going to take me, but the direction that I kept getting was like, he's the leader. Take control. It led me down this very interesting path. It brought out all these emotions in me. I think his paranoia is a very particular brand of masculine paranoia, and it was a lot of fun to play.